Morning, beautiful people. I nearly forgot to do an intro for this video because things have been a bit busy still, and yeah, I just forgot. So here we are quickly. As you can probably already tell from the title, we're gonna see Six the Musical. Woo! Well, I'm gonna see it. You guys can listen along to the songs, I guess. Obviously no filming as usual in the theatre, so if you're here for that, I'm sorry, that's not gonna be in this video. But I'm gonna film my travel there and back and give my thoughts on it, really. Okay, so to begin with, it's Saturday the 9th of December. Is it the 9th? I think it's the 9th. It's Saturday anyway. And I am going to see Six the Musical in Stoke-on-Trent. So that's a bit of a distance from here. It's about 2 trains, 1 hour 40 minutes, 2 hours, something like that. And then a 30-minute walk from the train station to the theatre. It's in like Regent Theatre or something along those lines. I have never been to Stoke-on-Trent before, so this is gonna be a very fun and new experience, and I can't wait. So Six the Musical itself is it's a relatively new musical, or would you say that? I mean, it's been out for a while. It came out when I was in high school, and it's basically, you know, like Henry VIII's 6 wives, and they're basically telling their story. So each of them has like a different song to them about how they came across Henry VIII and like what happened to them as like queens. Queens? Were they queens? I think they were queens. Anyway, yeah, it's just a really fun, I don't even know if it's a musical. I mean, it's called Six the Musical, but whenever I've seen it in the past, I've never seen it live before, but I've seen like videos of it, and I've listened to the songs. I know the songs up by heart, so that's gonna be really fun. But yeah, whenever I've seen them performing in the past, it was like a concert rather than like you know, a musical. And also I've looked up how long it is, and it said 1 hour 20 minutes without like an interval. So it's pretty, you know, short, and if there's like no break, then, you know, it's even shorter. But yeah, I'm very excited, can't wait. I have to leave in about 3 hours, so yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. Oh yeah, I need to wash my hair. It's getting, I'm just so annoyed with my hair. I don't know what to do with it. Sometimes I'm just tempted to like shave it all because is this really lazy of me saying that I just hate taking care of it? No, it's not that I hate taking care of it. Like, I like it when it's long, it's cute and whatever, but it gets greasy or like not right so quickly. Like, I wash it and then in a few days it's fricked up again. And yeah, if any girls out there have some tips for my kind of hair, please let me know. But yeah, that's where we are. I just need to do that, and then we're gonna set off and have some fun. Also this time around I chose an earlier show, so I'm going to I think it starts at 4:30, but I need to be there for 2:30 because that's when like they open the doors or whatever, and it gets like really busy. So yeah, anyway, I need to be there earlier, but I think it starts at 4 or 4:30, something along those lines. So it ends around 5:30. Yeah, I think it starts around 4, ends around 5:30 or something along those lines. And yeah, that means obviously I need to get I'm not staying there in Stoke-on-Trent. I'm getting like trains back straight away. So I'm gonna be traveling in the dark. That's gonna be fun. But yeah, as long as I like find my way around, it should be fine. But yeah, that's my little intro. I don't know what else I was gonna say. Oh yeah, so this was like a very last minute booking. I mean, I booked it back in like August, September. I can't remember when I booked it. I booked it like a couple months ago. But the thing is with this one, Six was actually performing in Liverpool, and I was like, no, I'm not gonna see it. I don't need to. Like, I've listened to all the songs. I don't need to like see it live. And then the last day they were performing in Liverpool, literally the last day, I was like, oh my god, I want to go and see Six. And obviously it's the last day, so all the tickets were already sold out. So I was like, oh, come on, surely they're like performing somewhere else, like close by. And Manchester they've already been to, I think. So the next destination was Stoke-on-Trent. So I was just like, you know what? I've never been there, new place to explore. Might as well book it there, go there, see what it's like. I was originally gonna book a room for the night and like, you know, stay there for longer to have some time to explore the city. Unfortunately, my finances are a bit off still, so I didn't have money to do that just for the trains. But that's okay. I'll go back then next time if I like, you know, enjoy it. But if there is like a Christmas market or something around, I'd be happy to check it out. We'll just see. We'll see what we come across. And yeah. Oh, and now it turns out Six has announced recently that they're coming back to Liverpool for next year. So I wouldn't even have to like wait long because they're actually coming back to Liverpool. But now it's fine. Like I've already booked it here and I'm going today. So yeah, if it's like really good, I might go and see it again in Liverpool. But yeah, that's where we are. As usual, we're probably gonna go on to the travel content next, but yeah, you'll see. Oh boy, this is gonna be a fun journey. Apologies for the wet hair look. I'm gonna try it a bit more in a minute, but I just got out of the shower and I've got 1 hour till my train is supposed to leave for Stoke-on-Trent. But basically it's like 2 trains, so one of them goes to like Manchester and then from Manchester to Stoke-on-Trent. But so I just got a notification on my train line app, my like ticket app, and it said like, oh sorry, but your train has been affected by the strikes, and that Transpennine Express let us know that your first train is cancelled. And I was like, oh god, okay, that's not good. I did see like there were strikes from the 1st till the 8th, and today is the 9th, so technically it's not like actually strikes, it's just being affected by the strikes. Something along those lines. Anyway, I was just thinking, no, it's fine, I'm gonna be lucky and I'm not gonna be affected by the strikes. So it said it was cancelled, my first train. So I was like, okay, I'll need to look for a new one. But when I like closed that little notification, at the bottom it has like a live tracker for my journey. And on the live tracker, it still said my train was on time. And usually it updates like really quickly if it's cancelled and stuff. So I was like, that's a bit strange. Let me check my emails. Like, what did I get in emails? Because surely they usually send me updates of like, if it's cancelled, if it's delayed, whatever. So I go onto my emails, and I've got 2 emails from Trainline. The first one says, my train is cancelled and to go on like any other one. And the second one says, sorry about that, Transpennine Express changed their mind and like reinstated the train and it's back on. So I guess it's not cancelled. But now I'm a bit worried because I'm like, I mean, I'm gonna make it there for 4, that's for sure. Obviously I'm trying to make it there for 2:30 or at least like around that time, just so I'm there, you know, like earlier when, you know, the doors open. because there's probably going to be a bit crowd. But obviously this is with the trains as well, so the later I get there, the more late I'll be. But yeah, so I technically won't be late even if I get like a later train. Like I still got that kind of like 2 hours, 1.5 hour gap, so it should be fine. But now, yeah, I'm just a bit concerned because I was so confident that I wasn't going to be affected by the strikes, and now this was a bit, you know, interesting. I'm just gonna go with, you know, the last email and the live tracker to say it's back on. But yeah, I'm just a bit concerned, so we'll see. Okay, we are officially on the way to the train station, and it's Saturday and there's people everywhere, and I finally found a spot where it's like not that busy. But yeah, can't remember what I was gonna say. It's not raining, which I'm very happy about. Right, what I was saying before a bunch of cars come. Anyway, never mind. We're gonna ignore it, we're gonna ignore the cars. Anyway, what I was saying is that it's not raining, but it's windy, and I forgot to get my hat or a bubble. Or, I mean, I was thinking of getting it, but then I was like, no, it's going to be pouring it down, so I need I'll need my hood, so it will be fine. But now my hair is just getting messier and messier, so yeah, that's fun. And the car is just turning around, so I'm gonna stop now. Oh my god, there's so many cars. Just trying to get over the fear of filming in public and not being awkward. At least there's no like people on the paths though, because I could not do that. officially in Stoke-on-Trent. I don't know how much you can hear me because the cars are very loud, but I'm just walking to the theatre now. Well, trying to find the theatre because it's like half an hour walk from the train station, but the original route Google Maps suggested was like blocked off, so this is gonna be fun. Yeah, and it's pouring it down. Have I already said that? Well, it is. Just for more emphasis, it's literally pouring it down. So, yeah. Also, I'm here later because I got a later train because the first one was supposed to leave, and then the platform it was supposed to leave from it was a completely different train there, so that was jolly good. Okay, this is not very good lighting and this sounds probably terrible as well, but we're gonna go with it because the sun was here and I sat down to film and the sun has disappeared. Yeah, that's all I can say. So I really wanted to finish this video with giving my thoughts on, you know, the musical I just went to see. Well, actually it's been like 10 days. I should probably sit a bit higher. There we go. Right, yeah, so it's been like 10 days since I've been to see Six the Musical, and I have had some thoughts. I actually took notes this time because I didn't want to forget the things I wanted to say. So, firstly, Stoke-on-Trent as like a location. I've never been there, this was the first time. It's very hilly. But it was pretty simple to get to the theatre from the train station. As you could probably see, I did try to film out on the streets, which is crazy because, yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, it was pouring it down on the way there. On the way back it was a bit better, but really windy. So yeah, that's that. Or was it pouring it down on the way? Yeah, I don't know. It was raining and it was windy, so the weather wasn't very nice. And as I said, it was very hilly. That's that's my opinion of Stoke-on-Trent. The actual like town or city centre, that was pretty nice, to be honest. It had some nice restaurants and Christmas lights, as far as I could tell. The theatre itself, you could see it from like afar, like there was a huge sign saying Regent Theatre, and I was just, okay, it's there, I'm going in that direction. And then when I got to like where the sign was, I kind of turned down that street, but that ended up being like a back entrance, and it said like only for, you know, people who go up on stage. So that was not the right entrance. But if I wouldn't have turned down that little street, and would have kept going, then there's the actual theatre entrance, which is just a lot more simpler and makes more sense because it's literally on like the main street rather than, you know, a little side street. But yeah, so that was, I think it's easy to find the entrance. I just overthinked it and went in the wrong direction. Yeah, the actual theatres, like the theatre from the inside, it was beautiful. It had like a lot of floors. So I was sat at like the very, very top, and it didn't feel as high as it was in Manchester, but again, it was high, and the stairs going up, it didn't feel as much as the stairs going down. And I don't know if it was because, you know, as I went up, I was like the only one going up because I was there like on time, really early basically. Even though I was worried about being late, but we'll talk about that in a bit. But yeah, as I went up, I was going up alone, and as I was going down, it was a lot slower because everyone was, you know, exiting, and apparently there was an issue that they didn't open the doors downstairs. I don't know what happened there, but we were stuck on the stairs for a while. My place in terms of seating, did I tell you where I sat? It was circle S6. So very top and kind of near the middle. There was a lot of leg room. That was the first thing I noticed. Also, the seats were so comfy. I don't know if it's like because I'm comparing it to my last experience in Manchester where, like, you know, it was an older theatre and the seats were old and worn down. But yeah, the seats were really great in Stoke-on-Trent. And the view was really good. Yeah, I think I took some pictures, so I'll just insert that here, or you've already seen it, I don't know. But yeah, the view was really good. I could see like the whole stage, even the people who like went up at the back, I could see everything. So when I went in Liverpool, there was a bit where I couldn't see like some of the stage at the right hand side. And then in Manchester, when people went like on the top, I couldn't see like the top of their heads. Whereas here, I could clearly see everything no matter where they were, which was really nice. Oh, and it was not nearly as steep as the other places, Liverpool and Manchester. Yeah, those were some very steep places. And yeah, so I guess this was just like not as high, I guess. But I don't know, it just, in terms of seating, I found it a lot more enjoyable. There was also great service downstairs, so I bought some snacks and a bottle of water downstairs, and yeah, that was not cheap. I forget that, you know, when I go to a theatre, how expensive things are. It's like, you know, when you go to the cinema and the popcorn is like really overpriced. Or not even the popcorn, the drinks. Like that bottle of water was £2.60 for just a little bottle of water. So yeah, bad life decisions were made, but it's okay. The lady at the till was very nice, and yeah, and everything looked really pretty and modern. I don't know if it was more so because, you know, they had like Christmas lights and Christmas decorations up, and obviously that makes it look pretty, or just in general. But I think in general the place, like the flooring, the walls, everything just looked new and like, I don't know, refurbished or just generally new, which was, I don't know, really nice. Okay, so the show itself, firstly, there was a lot, the audience, there was a lot of families with children, and I felt very out of place sitting there alone as like an adult, because most of the audience was families and lots of children. I know it's on like the lower end, so like appealing to younger ages, but some of these kids were like younger, and some of the songs have like adult content in it, and I don't know if I don't know why so many young kids were there, because like the songs itself was, you know, I guess how it's appealing to younger kids, but the words they use, I guess they don't say anything explicitly like in Hamilton, but there's a lot of like reference into things, and I don't know, I just didn't think so many kids would attend. But yeah, there were a lot of kids, so I did feel a bit out of place, but it was what it was. I did enjoy the show in terms of the songs, because like I already knew them, and that was, you know, what I liked and what I went for. But I was quite surprised by the amount of like just dialogue in between the songs. Yeah, there was a lot of dialogue that I didn't know was a thing in, you know, like the Six the Musical. And some of it I just didn't really, I kind of just wanted it to be over and, you know, move on to the song. I think a lot of it, like the dialogue, that was more for the kids. And the songs itself felt more, you know, explicit. Yeah, I don't know if I'm explaining myself right here, but yeah, I found the dialogue a bit boring. But the costumes were awesome, and the actual voices of the queens were awesome too. And there was like, they had like a band with them, like a guy doing drums, or girl, sorry, I don't know genders. Someone was doing drums, someone was on like keyboard, and they had like guitarists as well. Guitarist, is that a word? I don't know. Anyway, so that was a thing, and that was really fun. And also at the end, they had like a section, which I probably inserted, where you could actually like stand up and film. So that was like, I swear, like that was part of it. So I didn't like, that's not, you know, that's not me doing anything illegal. That was like part of it. Like the end was literally where they were like, oh, okay, get your phones out, let's do this. And they literally sang a last song for everyone to, you know, record, which I thought was really cool, because, you know, that never happened before. Yeah, I think that's it. Oh, no, it's not. Travel. I forgot to tell you my travel experience to and from Stoke-on-Trent. So I can't remember how much I said before when I got there about my train, but the train there to Stoke-on-Trent, so I had to get a train to Manchester, and there was a train from Manchester to Stoke-on-Trent, right? Well, the first train was delayed and very full, but it was fine. I knew that it was going to be that way because, you know, Manchester Christmas market. And then it was fine. Like, I was on the train, I was standing up, I had like something to hold on to. Obviously a lot of people around me, but it was fine. Okay. I get to Manchester and I was, you know, rushing to my train to the other platform. I get to the other platform and there's a train there that says Birmingham New Street. and I checked, that did not go to Stoke-on-Trent, and my train was meant to go to Bournemouth or something like that. And yeah, that was supposed to be on that platform, and obviously it wasn't, because that was Birmingham New Street. And I checked the time, and the timing of the Birmingham New Street train that was actually there, that left at the same time my train was supposed to leave to Stoke-on-Trent. But my train was non-existent. So I was like, okay, so there's a train here, so my train must be on another platform. Surely there were like platform alterations. No, my train was non-existent. There was no platform alteration. I don't know what happened with my train, but it was not on any of the screens. The staff didn't know what was going on. And I was kind of like stuck inside of Manchester Piccadilly, going from platform to platform, trying to figure out where my train was supposed to leave from. Well, my train app said that it already left from the platform that the Birmingham New Street left from on time. So at one point I just stopped and I was like, okay, next train to Stoke-on-Trent. But the next train would have been like ages later, and I would have missed like some of the show. So I went back to the platform that it was supposed to depart from, and I was like, okay, what's the next train from here? Surely it's, you know, similar. No, that was to like a completely different place. I can't remember where, but it was in like another direction. And the platform next to it, like the screen went from blank to Stoke-on-Trent suddenly, and I was like, oh my god, here is my train. And basically on that platform, 2 trains were already there just standing, but the doors weren't open, and there was like no one waiting when the screen changed to Stoke-on-Trent, and like there was no one saying, you know, like the train on blah 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 is, you know, going at some point. But it basically said it's going in like 20 minutes. So I was like, okay. And then I checked my train line app again. That train was not on the train line app, which, you know, I was a bit concerned about, because I was like, what's going on here? Basically, a lot of people ended up coming there, and we were just waiting for the doors to open. And they didn't until 2 minutes before it was supposed to depart. And also, because there were like 2 trains on the track, a lot of us went to the other train first, because we thought, oh, it must be like the other train, because that's like on the way to go out first. And a lot of people got on. I didn't get on, but a lot of people got on, and they got told to get off because that train was not in service. So yeah, basically I got on a train to Stoke-on-Trent, and I did actually make it on time for the show. I literally got upstairs when the doors opened to like go. So I was like the first one to actually be in the theatre. You could probably see in the video because all the seats were empty. So I did actually make it on time, but that train thing at the start, yeah, that was a bit messy, and I still to this day do not know what that other train was about that I was supposed to have. Okay, the way back. Right, so by the time the show finished, it was dark outside, which obviously is expected because it's winter, it gets darker early, whatever. So it was dark outside, but I made it back to the train station without Google Maps. Made it back straight away without getting lost. I'm sorry, I'm very proud of myself for that. I don't know how, I just remembered the way back. And to be honest, it wasn't that complicated, but yeah, on the way there I used Google Maps. Anyway, so I get to the station. There's a lot of police there. I don't know why there was a lot of police, but there was like 3 big police vans. And there were police like outside the train station, inside the train station, and on the other platform. So that was a bit, a bit concerning, but also, you know, it made me like feel a bit protected. No, it was more concerning. But to my mum, I messaged like, oh, I'm fine now, I've got police around me. Train I was originally gonna go back with did not come. Or it did come, it might have came, but it was delayed. So I took the train that was before that, which was actually also delayed by like a lot of minutes. But yeah, I got on the train that was straight to Manchester, which was great. And then I actually got a seat on that train as well, which was also freaking awesome. And then on the train, at one point in, oh my god, Stockport. At Stockport, we just kind of stopped. And, you know, people weren't getting concerned because, you know, the train was already delayed and nobody, like, sitting on there gave a shit. But yeah, we just kind of stopped. And to be honest, I didn't even think too much about it because I was just like, oh, delays. And then they like spoke in the speaker saying like, yeah, we're very sorry about the 1 hour something delay. Originally it was because there was something on the track, something on the train that they had to clean. And then now it was because there's like multiple late trains in front of us, so we couldn't like, you know, go, which was fun. But yeah, I made it to Manchester and it was very busy. Very, very busy. I get off the train. I rushed to the other platform because my other train was supposed to leave in like 3 minutes. And as I am going from one platform to the other, I hear them say something about my platform. They were like, platform 14, something, something, something. And I missed it because I was rushing, and by the time I clocked that they were talking about my platform, I didn't know what was going on. Yeah, so I get to my platform, and one of the staff ladies is like blocking my platform entrance off with like this, you know, those things at the airport where you like have to go in squiggles. Yeah, one of those. I kind of just stood there like, okay. There were like a few people around, and on the board it said the Liverpool train, like, please wait. So I was like, oh, okay, it's just delayed. Maybe that's what they were saying. But I went to ask a staff lady like, hi, what's going on with the Liverpool train? And she said, do you know what she said? She said, there's no Liverpool train. And I was like, sorry? And she said, platform 14 had like an incident on it and it's under investigation, so there's no trains going to and from. And I'm like, okay. So she said that, you know, you can go to another station, Manchester Victoria, to get the train from there. And I'm like, okay, I don't know where that is, but okay. So I went out of like the, you know, the platforms, and usually they do a ticket check at like the doors, and I kind of just slid past them this time. There were just so many people. People were just sliding in and out. And I was just like, okay. I did have my ticket ready and I'm ready to explain like, oh, I guess I'm going to the other station. But they didn't even stop me. They just let me slip past. So that happened. And I called my friend who's I was supposed to go back to. And I was like, hi, so I don't know what to do now because there's no like trains from this station and I don't know where the other station is, and there's a lot of people everywhere. So I think I filmed a clip of like the amount of people there was. And oh, and meanwhile my mum was also messaging me saying that there's a storm going on and if I'm okay. And I'm like, oh, is that the wind and rain? And then she messaged saying there's 2 storms at the same time, and I'm like, oh, is there? And yeah, so the people who were coming in to the train station from outside, they were all soaked and their umbrellas broken. They were just throwing it down next to the entrance, and they were slipping and sliding as they came in because the floor was all wet. And there was also 2 ambulance guys just standing on standby, so whenever someone fell, they went up to them and checked if they were okay. So the actual train station was chaos. And then I look at the board and see that my train is not the only one that's, you know, cancelled. There was a lot of delayed trains. And so my platform, right, let me just say this. My platform, from there's the Liverpool train, Blackpool train to Scotland. I don't know if it's Edinburgh, Glasgow, one of them. And like basically all the north. And then there was also another platform, the Stoke-on-Trent platform. So the Stoke-on-Trent train got cancelled. I think there was a cancellation towards London and Birmingham as well, because it's not just the strikes, it was the 2 storms going on at the same time as well, which I only found out later. But yeah, so there was a lot of people just waiting around, some people with suitcases. The Manchester airport train was cancelled and delayed and all kinds of things. And I felt so sorry for those people who had like kids, huge suitcases, probably want to go somewhere nice and couldn't. So it was a mess. And my friend said he'll pick me up. And I was like, okay, great. Oh, also, my phone was dying. It was on like 30% on the train back. And there was no place to charge it with the charger I had on me, because I had like a USB charger only. I didn't bring like the actual plug thing. And yeah, stupid me. Anyway, he made it to the other entrance, and then I had to like walk all through the station. If you know Piccadilly, it's not too big, but it's big, and if there's a lot of people, it's stressful walking through. But yeah, I walked through, and I've never been down to the other entrance before, but basically you can go down this escalator and this set of stairs, and then you're at like, there's like pickup points for taxis and cars. And I didn't know that existed, but now I know. So anyway, he picked me up there, and yeah, that was the end of it, I guess. Oh, well, there was a lot of power cuts going on. Not where I was, and not where my mum and sisters were, so that was okay. But I know at my uni, the things that were going on there, social media was blowing up. Like, people were posting on Snapchat about just the whole uni going black, which is crazy, especially because it's exam season and assignments. A lot of people were, you know, studying and probably not saving their work, so things just, you know, went off, and yeah, it must have been really stressful. I'm glad I wasn't there. So that was my experience. There's always a little stupid story to add. Sorry, it's getting gradually darker and darker, and you can see my Christmas lights more and more. Oh, and I also wanted to add in here, I was gonna film a Christmas markets video of going to like Manchester and Liverpool. That didn't work out, because I went to the Liverpool one 3 times actually. I only filmed 1 time, and it's only like a few minutes long, the clips, so I'm probably gonna add that at the end of here because I've got no other use for it. And the Manchester one, when I was there, it was clearly very busy, and every other day I was told it was very busy. And also the weather was terrible. So there was these storms, but there was also just genuinely rain and wind at like literally nearly every day. So that was not nice. Sorry that couldn't be a separate video, because I really wanted to go to the Manchester Christmas markets. I've never actually been. I've only been to the Liverpool one. And now I've been to that 3 times this year, which was, I think, a bit excessive, but it was nice each time because the first time it was raining, the second time it was freezing, and this third time it was actually decent and not a lot of people. But yeah, I did film some of that, so really hope you enjoyed this video. Go and watch 6 if you're interested. Give it a like, subscribe, comment down below what you want to see more of, and see you next time.